Seth Cooper from the University of Minnesota, and I work on the CMS ECAL, electromagnetic calorimeter.
And what you do? What you do at CERN?
I'm a graduate student in physics, and I work on a few service work type things on the calorimeter itself, and I also participate in an analysis for the Exotica group.
And how long have you been at CERN?
I've been at CERN permanently for a little bit over a year. Before that, I was traveling back and forth every few months from the US.
But for how long have you been involved with CMS experiment?
I first started on CMS in the summer of 2007.
Okay.
No, actually that's not right. Summer of 2006 is when I first started on CMS.
Okay. And so how was it when you first came to CERN? What was your impression about the laboratory? How you imagined it before?
Well, I had never been to a national lab or anything like that, and so it was my first experience really getting to a big place where everyone is doing research or associated activities. And so I think it was just really exciting to come to a huge place like that, and just being able to see all the people even just down the hall from me or a few rooms over that were really busy and really dedicated. I guess that's something that really impressed me, is it's easy to find a lot of people who are really dedicated and put in a lot of hard work just towards the science and that goal of getting things done, discovering something. So it's really exciting, and it's also an exciting time to be here, I think.
And could you tell us how you got into physics?
My interest in physics, sort of in a bit of a cliche, started when I was really little. And I always had an interest in finding out how things worked, and in nature, and the weather, and just everything. And that sort of developed much later on, I think, when I was in college and deciding what to study. That sort of came back and gave me the focus and the idea to study physics and really study the basics, the really basics of things. For me, that's sort of what it's about, is answering some of the most basic questions, investigating some of the most basic aspects of nature.
And what your family thinks and your friends about you being a physicist, a scientist?
Well, actually, my family is really supportive and is also really interested in learning about what we're doing here and also science in general. And I think the reaction has been really good from people that I meet. Everyone is interested. Oh, what is the LHC? What are you guys doing? Can you explain to me how this works, how that works? And so I've gotten just, an overwhelmingly positive response, I would say. So again, it makes it more exciting, and it also helps to refocus for myself.
And could you please tell us about your another, let's say, hobby you practice even being here, CERN?
Well, I think you're referring to my music.
Yes.
And I've been playing music since I was a little child. My parents started me on Suzuki violin, and that was really my first experience. I was quite little, and that was sort of evolved over the years into playing different instruments and having different experiences, bands. I played all kinds of instruments, school band, marching band, and I continued doing that through college, even after college. And now I'm playing in a few different groups, a couple of them here at CERN, where I'm playing bass guitar. And I also have a studio project that I'm doing with a friend of mine who I also met through physics, and he's based in the US. And we record things ourselves and send them back and forth. And we're currently assembling an album that way. And so it's exciting to be able to keep involved in that hobby while at the same time doing physics.
So at what age you started to play music?
It was probably around the age of 4 or so. As soon as I could really hold a violin, that's when my parents started me. They had they had always had, both of them, an interest in music and were really believers in the value of music education and the power and the discipline and all the positive benefits of it. So they were interested in starting me as soon as I could on it. And I'm not sure that they had in mind that I would get serious about it and continue to play and have it really be an important part of my life, but they're happy to know, and they're happy to see my different projects and recordings, and they like hearing it, so it's good.
And so how do you practice this at CERN? Are you a member of the music club?
Yes, so I'm a member of the CERN Music Club, and they maintain a nice practice facility just near entrance A. And I usually practice in there, I'd say, once a week with the two bands that play together here. And otherwise, I'm pretty serious about practicing myself. Try to do that every day.
At home?
At home, yes.
Oh. And could you tell us a little bit about the Hardronic Festival that happened in July? In fact, it repeats every year at CERN.
Sure, yeah. The Hardronic is a great opportunity for people to get out and play on a pretty good-sized stage with good sound backing. And for a lot of people who don't really have the opportunity, at least not very often, to play on a stage like that, it's a great idea. And it's also nice to be able to show your friends and family what you've been working on and share your music with them. I think a lot of music is conveying emotion and sharing something special, and the Hardronic is a great opportunity to be able to share it with your audience. And it's a nice thing that's funded by CERN and the various organizations, so it doesn't cost you anything besides the membership dues as a member of the music club. So yeah, I mean, it's fun, and there are a lot of different bands and people, and it's a good experience.
It was your first time at Hardronic?
It was actually my second time.
Oh, the second.
I had played the year before. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for the interview, and we wish you a good luck, and we hope to see you on the stage next year.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.